What's up, everybody? Liam here and Mike, and we're here to do the BAEmmys. So you guys may notice it's a little different than what we usually do, just with the weather and the snow and all that. Hooch and Polak haven't really been available to record them, so we're going to do it on video via YouTube for you guys. So we're going to go down the list. No acceptance speeches, no fancy production work like we usually do, but it's good to know who won. We'll appreciate the winners and the nominees. So what are you ready to go?
Yeah. First up is 2026 Mooch of the Year. There wasn't much mooching going on this year, so the only thing we're voting on is whether Dean Facca is a mooch or not.
Yeah.
Looks like Dean Facca is indeed a mooch.
It was pretty...
Congratulations.
Yeah, it was pretty unanimous. I think the only one who voted that he wasn't a mooch might have been Dean.
Yeah. As a fellow mooch winner myself, congratulations and good job. We'll see you again next year.
All right, so the next award up is the Gasman of the Year. Very competitive category. I myself have been nominated and a winner in the past. But yeah, too bad we didn't reenact World War I with all the mustard gas coming out of these boys. The nominees are Randy Diamond, Liam Wachter, and Joe Sabia. And the winner for the 2026 Gasman of the Year is Randy Diamond. Congratulations, Randy. I actually just got a text from Randy just before this recording that he ate a whole bunch of eggs this morning to stink up his Super Bowl party later.
I would not be at that Super Bowl party if I could help it.
But I love the commitment to being a stink man all year round.
You just know who you are.
Yep.
Be proud of who you are.
All right, so let's move on.
2026 Snorer of the Year. The Snorer of the Year is a fairly competitive category. These nominees seem to be nose and nose with who takes the cake for last year's event. We have the nominees who are Stephen Polak, Chet Wilkie, and Joe Sabia. And the BAEmmy goes to Chet Wilkie.
Congratulations, Chet. That might have been his first BAEmmy award.
Yeah.
So
in an entire base of cows, you are the greatest one.
Yeah.
Good job.
Yeah. He's resigned himself to his own tent.
Yeah.
So, for his snoring. So that's pretty good.
I mean, collectively as a group, we are not great.
No, we would be compromised every night patrol we go on.
Easy to find.
Yeah. All right, so next up we have the 2026 Wingman of the Year. So when Big Bay struggles, these men step up to keep his spirit alive. So we have Stephen Polak, Mike Ferrucci, and Joe Sabia. The winner is Stephen Polak. So congratulations, Stephen. And this vote to me was tough. I had a tough time voting for this one this year. But I think Stephen is a good win. Yeah. Not to take anything away from Sabia or Ferrucci with those nominees. So congratulations, Stephen. I think he won it last year as well.
He's always got an upbeat attitude no matter what.
He does. Yeah. He does. All right, so next up.
Next up we have the Egghead of the Year. Many call them geeks or smarty pants, but maybe they are, but it's guys like that make this whole thing move and tick. So the nominees are Darius Warnowski, Alexander Stramp, and yourself, Liam Wachter. The BAEmmy goes to Darius. Let's go, Darius.
Darius for all those comms that he had set up, which made a big difference to the success and contributed to the success of Green Lightning, I think.
Yeah.
It's something we missed last year that he wasn't really involved. He didn't go last year. So having the comms up, I think, was awesome.
It really makes all the difference.
Oh, 100%.
No.
So, all right. Next up, this is a big one, the 2026 Caveman of the Year. The guys on this list are most likely to be found living in a cave. We can thank their lack of evolution for making it to be nominated. The nominees are Dean Facca and Chris Cassidy. And the winner of the 2026 Caveman of the Year is Dean Facca, which that tracks.
Yeah.
That tracks.
Yeah. I also just wouldn't be surprised if we found them both in the same cave.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
It would work. No. Big night for Dean so far. That's two babies.
That's two. That's two. That's pretty good for him. All right, let's go ahead for the next one, Mike.
Next up, we got 2026 Hooch of the Year. A lot of Hooches this year were functional and stylish. They were used to sell stuff or celebrate Christmas in July. The nominees are the Bamboo Viper, which was built by Stephen Polak, Mark Strasburger, and Liam Wachter, or the PX Joe Sabia. And the BAEmmy goes to the Bamboo Viper, Stephen Pollack, Mark Strasburger, and Liam Wachter.
Yeah, I mean that's a base favorite.
Yeah.
Like every year, that's a base favorite.
And like from the time we started doing this, and we were building the Viper, and nobody was hanging out in there, to now it being a central location and people really hanging out in there has been a big improvement.
So you know it's funny that the first year we did something different than Tolcom, right?
Yeah.
We were in Gettysburg. My big thing was we got to make the Bamboo Viper like the center of the base. So we put it dead center, and it was like every morning was the hangout, and it was where everyone had breakfast and coffee and talked about the day, and all the way through the night there was something going on, and we've kind of kept that steam rolling every year since then. Yeah. So yeah, I think it's an easy nominee and win. I think that like as long as we keep it up.
Yeah.
So I mean, I hate like the PX is so great too, and that was another thing that it was kind of not as functional as like even Mike when you were out those 2 years, the PX now than when it was when your last year at Tolcom, it's improved substantially.
And I mean, it used to be like more like a consignment shop.
Yeah.
With some shit hanging around,
right,
and like a bunch of bullshit
like,
on the floor.
I got some lawn chairs I want to sell.
Now it's a shop.
Now it's a shop.
Yeah.
All right, next up is the 2026 Comedian of the Year. The silly boys of BAE, the jokesters, and maybe pranksters. The comic relief is always welcome at Broken Arrow events. We needed laughs this year. The nominees are Mark Strasburger, Chris Cassidy, Mike Ferrucci, and Randy Diamond. And the winner for the 2026 BAE Comedian of the Year is Randy Diamond. Who, I mean, that's four funny guys. Randy, like, I think he's just such a natural, he's so weird. I don't know, he's so weird, but
he's got a gravelly voice. And one could argue that the two categories are related. Farts are still funny.
That's very true. That is very true. That is very true.
Gasman and comedian.
Yes.
Those seem to be related.
Yeah.
Next up, we have the BAE Photographer of the Year. The nominees on this list took some key snaps from this year's events, everything from the baseball game, action shots, in the bush, and group photos. The nominees are Joe Sabia, Liam Wachter, and Mark Herman. The BAEmmy goes to Joe Sabia. Congratulations, Joe.
Yeah, I mean, the baseball photos alone were, that was, to me, the win. Like, that's who I voted for, even over myself, because I thought just the actual film photos that he took of that baseball game, that coverage was awesome.
It's super cool.
Yeah.
And Joe always does a fantastic job. So.
Yep. And like he always says, like there's effort behind it because you have to get them developed. That costs money, and you have to make sure that the shots are worth like going out to get them developed. So no, I mean as a film guy too, it's like I'm taking film shots every year too. But he does such a great job. So, yeah, good.
I have like a leather photo book with the BAE patch on the front and like some masking tape that says the year and everything. And you open that to his like black and white photos from like Oregon Trail and stuff.
Oh yeah.
It just looks real.
No,
like,
there's some of the shots. You squint your eyes a little bit. Oh wow. So all right, let's get up to the next. So we're talking about media. BAE tries to produce quality pieces every year, whether the guys act or direct them. We had a lot of pieces for 2025. The nominees are Joe Sabia and Stephen Pollack for Shopping with BAE Episode 3, Mark Herman and John Laflad for the PAVN Hammock video, Stephen Pollack featuring Alex Stramp, Randy Diamond, Mike Ferrucci, and Liam Wachter for the Christmas Party promo. And the winner of the 2026 BAE Media Persona of the Year is Stephen Pollack featuring Alex Stramp, Randy Diamond, Mike Ferrucci, and Liam Wachter for the Christmas Party promo. And yeah, I mean, Pollack did it. We did a media day in the spring, which is funny because it was a Christmas Party promo. We did it in the spring, and he had a vision to push the party for the Wednesday night at the event, and we let him roll with it, and I think it came out really good. Yeah.
Excellent job.
All right.
Next up, we have the role player character of the year. Part of the fun of reenacting is always pretending to be another person or a character, even when it's in a promo for said reenactments. The nominees are Mike Ferrucci for Tough Guy in the Greaser commercial, and John Loflad for Shave Freak, Shave for Bay video. The baby goes to John Loflad for Shave Freak.
This was a tough one, because again, the Tough Guy Greaser commercial was Ferrucci's brainchild.
Yeah.
And I believe Mark Herman. Oh, it was a 3-man collaborative thing for the shave video, which was Polak, Mark Herman, and Loflad. So yeah, I mean, it was a good win for those guys. So congratulations.
Tough competition.
Yeah,
both great characters.
That was a good one. Yeah. Yeah. I'm pretty sure the polling was tight on that one too.
I'm sure.
All right, so next up is the 2026 BAE Pack Mule of the Year. The nominees performed one of the most important tasks at BAE, and that is hauling all of the gear to the events. The nominees are Mike Ferrucci for the sketchy trailer hauling, Operation Green Lightning, Mark Strasburger, 2-trip chump, Operation Green Lightning, Liam Wachter, also 2-trip chump, Operation Green Lightning. And the winner is, which well earned, Mike Ferrucci for that sketchy trailer haul for Operation Green Lightning. If anybody was there on that Sunday crew or even riding back with us, it was 20 feet high. It looked like the Grinch's sleigh when he was stealing all the presents from Whoville. It was insane. And on top of that, Ferrucci didn't even go to the actual event for the most part, right? He did show up for the first day, obviously, to hold the gear, and he was there Wednesday, Thursday.
Party.
Yeah, Wednesday, Thursday for the baseball. He missed all the combat, and he still showed up to do that. So I think that's a good win for Ferrucci, well earned.
Yeah, that trailer is.
Yeah. Yeah, we're adjusting. Just kudos to a heads up to everybody. We are adjusting it for next year,
Beautiful.
or for this year rather.
Next up, we have the Mustache of the Year. The nominees in this category commit to the look by not shaving the space between their mouth and nose. We're not sure their girlfriends like it, but the fellas sure do. Mm-hmm. And from the beginning, when we really got into the mustaches, this is an important topic. So
yep. A very competitive category.
Yeah.
And it's very sought after. A lot of guys want it. They want this win. Like I know, like Strasburger wants it every year. He's always gunning for it. He wants it more than like Snorer, or even I think he wanted it more than BAE of the Year.
Yeah.
So,
but it's a gentlemanly competition.
Yes.
It's just like, well grown, sir.
Well, it's like almost like a cult, It's like a fellow mustache guy, like a fellow bald guy. You see, the bald guy, you kind of like give him the bald guy nod. So the mustache.
I remember a certain trip down to Virginia.
Yeah,
it's a mustache competition.
Oh, hell yeah.
But the nominees this year are Alexander Stramp and Mark Strasburger, with the BAEmmy going to Alexander Stramp. Congratulations, Mustache of the Year. That's a good one.
That's a big one. That's a big one for Stramp, and he commits to it all year. He has that mustache.
Oh yeah.
I mean, we had the BAE party. The week after New Year's, and he still has a mustache.
Excellent.
So he's got it all year round. All right. So the next up is the 2026 Handyman of the Year. The population on this list got very handsy this year. They built things for so many purposes. The nominees on this list are John Van Ness, just being a general handy guy, Mike O'Donnell for the front gate, Liam Wachter and Mark Strasburger for the Bamboo Viper bar, Stephen Polak, Mark Strasburger, Chris Cassidy featuring Dean Falca for the shower, Robert Wykander, Joe Sabia, and Liam Wachter for storage shelving. And the winner goes to Liam Wachter and Mark Strasburger for the Bamboo Viper bar. So, I mean, it was...
The bar is sweet with the paint. The paint job is awesome.
Yeah, we built for anybody who didn't go to the event or enjoy the bar at the Bamboo Viper, we built a bar that was collapsible. And it opens up. It's got reed inside, like inset, so it looks like a little bamboo forest. And then on top, I painted the bar to look like another bamboo top. So yeah, it did its job. We'll see if it makes it next year or this year. But yeah, I think talking for Strasburger, we appreciate the votes, guys. Thank you.
I will say it's like a cut above. Like everything else is kind of built with like a wish and a prayer. Like the fact that the gate stood up at all was like a miracle.
Dude,
or that the shower doesn't collapse on anybody. You know, like every year. But like that was actually like a piece of work that like.
Yeah, we like think about it. It was able to hold up everyone leaning. Like we made it tall. It was taller than an average bar.
Yeah.
And we figured like, all right, people weren't going to be sitting at it because it was just going to be either on grass or like small area. So we were like, we'd rather have it tall where people can like lean on it like that. So that was the idea behind it.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think it worked out well, and we made it collapsible and modular, so we can either add to it or we can break it down and bring it a lot easier to other events as well.
Sweet. Next up, we're going to have the Crafter of the Year. One of the best facets about BAE is that everybody's kind of a skilled craftsman, and some may call it autism, others call it vision. Mm-hmm. The nominees in this category are Stephen Pollack for his M18 smoke grenades, Alexander Stramp for his M34 Willie Pete grenades, Joe Sabia for the BAE Christmas stockings, and Buck Leatherman for the C-Rat cases. The BAEmmy goes to Joe Sabia for the BAE Christmas stockings.
Yeah, well earned.
Yeah.
I mean, every single one of these things were like great things, but I mean, if you look at it from like a BAE perspective, the BAE Christmas stockings for BAE, I think it's a good one.
I think it just hits home and it hits the vibe.
Yeah,
while all the things involved were great.
Yes,
that's a really
absolutely
company thing.
Yes. Yep. It was voted well.
Yep.
But I know the running was tight. If I look at the stats, it was tight.
I'm sure.
Yeah. All right. Next up is the 2026 Nice Guy of the Year. While there are plenty of people we consider naughty in the hobby, these are the guys on the nice list. The nominees are Daniel Hall, Ethan Park, and Mark Strasburger. And the winner is Daniel Hall. And I think that's Dan's first. That might be Dan's first nomination and win of a BAEmmy. So congratulations, Dan. And he was a nice guy.
Yeah.
I think I mean all the guys on this list are nice. Like you could, this nomination list was short for the amount of nice guys we have on the list.
Sure.
But Daniel Hall, great job.
Well done. Next up, we have Milshitter of the Year. Whether they're showing aggressive charging or silent infiltration, the nominees here have displayed the true Milshitter spirit you see in airsoft. The nominees are John Loflad and Chris Cassidy, with the BAEmmy going to John Loflad. Congratulations, another win.
Yeah. Good job, John. He's out there mixing it up, man. I see him at like Milsom West now and stuff. So he's good. I mean, both guys. I mean, Cassidy, he posted a picture of him in like ACUs and like 0 degree weather right now. Like he was playing airsoft this weekend.
Yeah.
So,
excellent.
Yeah, too good. I think Cassidy is a past Milshitter winner. So this one was a tight one as well.
That tracks.
So congratulations, John. All right. So next up is the 2026 Hard Charger of the Year. The Hard Chargers are the guys that put in some of the most work physically at events, whether it's putting up tents, packing up, or simply lifting heavy things. The nominees on this list are Chris Cassidy, Cody Azella, James and Jim Russell, and Mike Ferrucci. And the winner goes to Mike Ferrucci, which well earned. Mike Ferrucci.
Manimal.
Yeah. I think he gave himself a hernia one year.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's a good win for Ferrucci. Well earned. I think all the guys on here, Cody, James, Jim, and even Chris, like they put in a lot of work. Like from the minute they showed up to the minute they left, they were working. So
always a big shout out to Big J and Little J.
Yep. Yeah. So I think the guys just being nominated on this list should be recognized.
Mm-hmm. Next up, we got the 8 Shit of the Year award. One of BAE's oldest traditions is getting wrecked in the service of the cause. It's not great to make it on this list, but these nominees need to be recognized. Mm-hmm. The nominees are Liam Wachter for a 2-centimeter kidney stone and renal failure during the winter BAE media push, Stephen Pollack for the Rock Grown Creek Mobile Guerrilla Force, Tice Norman, literal shit at Operation Green Lightning, Liam Wachter, Bronco's new dimple, that was a good one, Operation Green Lightning, and Mike Ferrucci, the Chevy's Rusty Kiss at Operation Green Lightning.
Yeah, he got his truck got his His truck took him just as bad of a beating as I did. Mine did.
Yep. The BAEmmy goes to Liam Wachter for a 2-centimeter kidney stone and renal failure.
Yeah, I don't think you guys realize how big 2 centimeters is. That's like smaller, just a tad smaller than a marble that was stuck in my kidney, blocking my kidney up.
That's fun.
Yeah,
it's always a good time.
Yeah, I almost died a few times.
Jesus.
Yeah, that was a rough year. So yeah, I mean, I've won 8 shit of the year in the past for a kidney stone.
Yeah.
I had a kidney stone at an event.
Did you win 8 shit for the deuce?
I did.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm actually an 8 shit winner. Like, I might be the most, reoccurring 8 shit of the year award winner.
Defending champion.
Yeah. I mean, that's the sacrifice I make for all you guys to have a good time.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I appreciate the votes, guys. I would have been pretty, actually, of all the awards, even though I don't want to win this one, I probably would have been insulted if I didn't win this one.
Fair enough.
With the extremity of what happened to me. All right, let me move on to the next award here. The 2026 Correctee of the Year. This one's a big one because BAE takes this really serious and it's important. And something that I wanted to define, I talked about this with Steven and Mike, you've always known this. Coming correct just isn't about wearing the right gear. It's coming with the right attitude and the right mindset and keeping an open mind of what the event's all about.
It's a way of life.
Yeah. So coming correct isn't just about wearing the right gear. It's also about living in the experience and not doom scrolling on your phone when there isn't a rifle in your hands. The nominees for the Correctee of the Year are Gavin O'Geary for USGI at Operation Green Lightning, Aiden Green for USG at Green Lightning, Nicholas Lee, Arvin Ranger at Mobile Guerrilla Force, and Buck Leatherman, USGI at Operation Green Lightning. And the winner goes to Buck Leatherman for USGI at Operation Green Lightning. Congratulations, Buck. That's a good one. I think you got this one last year as well. So yeah, good job.
Excellent. What a great name.
Oh yeah, that's like a steal your girlfriend name.
Yeah. Save some for the rest of us.
Yeah.
Next, we have the Battle of the Year. The nominees for this category were the most memorable battles from BAE events this year. The nominees are Battle for Hill 1114, Operation Green Lightning, Saturday afternoon hilltop battle, or the Northern Field Assault Operation Green Lightning, Sunday morning firefight. The BAEmmy goes to Battle for Hill 1114, Operation Green Lightning.
That was a good battle.
Yeah, that was a great one.
That was a good fight. I personally voted for the Northern Field battle. I thought that Sunday morning battle with us climbing out and pushing all the way across the northern part of that AO was such a cool fight.
Yeah, that was a good one. That's a tough choice.
Yeah, and from my point of view too, like I liked it because I got to like command troops and move them like like I pushed Alex's squad into the shrubs onto the right side, and then I had Polak's guys in his platoon move across. Like it was like cool, like that. Yeah. That's what like I enjoy. That's the enjoyment I get out of like the patrolling. But yeah, I mean the Battle for Hill 114. I mean you look at it like it was typical like intense battle that happens at BAE events.
Yeah.
All right, the 2026 BAE Event of the Year. The BAE Event of the Year is awarded to the Academy's most favorite BAE event of 2025. The nominees are Field Infantry Training Class 0705, Mobile Guerrilla Force, and Operation Green Lightning. And the winner is, obvious, it's going to be Operation Green Lightning. So, yeah.
Really? It wasn't fit.
I know. Yeah, I mean, Fit gets votes, but the big event always gets it every year, so I'm not surprised. So that tracks for me.
Yeah. Next up, we have the Field of the Year. This award goes to the field that we had the most memorable times at in 25. The options the nominees, are Spiro's Woods in Gettysburg, PA, Old Bethpage Restoration Village in Old Bethpage, NY, and Warwick Convention Center in Warwick, NY. And the BAEmmy goes to the Warwick Convention Center. I feel like that's kind of like, best event, best field. I still don't know why best film and best director are two different categories. It's like, how would you have the best film if you didn't have the best director?
Right.
So, yeah.
Yeah, they usually do coincide. Every once in a while, you get. Actually, I don't know. I got to look back at old BAEmmys to see if we ever had like a winner that wasn't the
like
field.
Different fields.
Yeah. I got to look back. I don't think we ever. Had,
interesting.
Yeah, I don't think we ever had that though.
Yeah.
Okay, the next up is the 2026 Leader of the Year, staff or non-staff. Being a leader in an environment where everyone had volunteered to be there isn't as easy as you'd think. The guys here stood out amongst the most with leadership that we had this year. The nominees are Chet Wilkie at Operation Green Lightning and Stephen Polak for Mobile Guerrilla Force. And the winner is Chet Wilkie at Operation Green Lightning. And I think that was well deserved. He did a great job. His squad, he had a lot of new guys, and he kept them engaged, and they did great.
Yeah,
they did great.
He really did a fantastic job. I love seeing Chet come out of the shell and really take up a leadership position.
Absolutely,
it was super cool.
Yeah, he did great. I think he had two really good guys that supported him. Not to take away, not to take anything away from Chet, but he had fresh, like never been with BAE guys, and I thought every single person in his squad excelled. So, and I have to give credit to that for that, Chet. So great job. Looking forward to seeing you next year. Hopefully, everyone in your squad signs up and you get the same crew.
Let's do it. Next up, we have the BAE Rookie of the Year. The men nominated in this category experienced BAE for the first time. They were stars in their own right, and we hope to see them return soon for this year's operation in 2026. The nominees are Gavin O'Gerry, Nicholas Levin, Cody Ozella, Ethan Park, and Tony Antonucci. The BAEmmy goes to Gavin O'Gerry. Excellent choice. Gavin
went to every event, and he was great at every event he went to. He went to FIT, he went to Mobile Guerrilla Force, and he went to Operation Green Lighting. And he was a reliable guy, and I believe he might have been in Chet's squad. So I forget who was, but yeah, he did great. He was point man with Aiden Green a lot, and I thought they did a great job leading us through the bush. And Gavin, I hope to see you again for 2026, man.
Definitely, man.
All right, one of my favorite categories, the BAE Supporter of the Year. BAE needs everyone's support to keep running. Each year, we have people like the nominees here that go above and beyond by sharing events, buying merch, and even talking about us in a good light. The nominees are Christopher Cassidy, Joe Sabia, Mike Ferrucci, Mark Herman, Ethan Park, Stephen Polak, and Alexander Stramp.
Big category, Liam.
Yeah. And the the winner for the 2026 BAE Supporter of the Year is Stephen Polak, which that makes sense. He puts a lot in, and this really shouldn't count for the work he puts in for the cause. Yeah. This is more of like, he does buy a lot of merch. He does share stuff, and he talks about us in a good light. He doesn't have to talk about us in his on his channel in the Gear Locker, but he does. So he earned it. He earned it. And I want to take away from the other guys. I think, you look at Ethan Park and Alexander Stramp. They were the two finalists in the artwork contest for the T-shirts. So I think that contributed to that kind of support. But even like Mark Herman and Ferrucci and Sabia and Cassidy, all those guys, they're buying merch. They do share and talk about us. So it's appreciated. So like being a nominee on that list, I think is like, it still should be an honor,
Yeah, agreed. Well done, everybody in that category.
All right, so we're moving up to these are the big awards that we, if we had like tiers of awards, these are like the tier 1 awards coming up. So these are big ones. Yeah.
So if you skip the first 3 hours of the Oscars, this is the part that you want to watch. Next up, first in the big three, we've got the 2026 USGI of the year. These GIs were special at Operation Green Lightning, but this trooper stood out above the others. The nominees are Aiden Green, Cody Ozella, Chet Wilkie, and Gavin O'Geary.
That's like an all-star team right there, man.
It's a super all-star.
Yeah.
The BAEmmy goes to Aiden Green, which is solid. He won MVP of the year at the event.
And I believe he won USGI last year.
Yeah.
Like he's like a rising star, and like, you know, there's gonna come a time where he's gonna want to get promoted, and it's like you promote him.
Yeah.
You're taking a trooper out. Like
Yeah.
squad leader can't be on point. You know,
Yeah.
like so. I hopefully he doesn't want it. He doesn't have any aspirations. So if
Yeah.
you're watching, Aiden, don't
Yeah.
you know, you're
Keep your expectations low.
yeah. All right, next up is the 2026 PAVN of the year. The comrades here filled the ranks of the People's Army. Not only did they fight to unify one Vietnam, but they excelled in making Uncle Ho proud. The nominees are John Loflad, Colin Stewart, and Joe Crescimano. And the winner here for the 2026 PAVN of the year is John Loflad. So, yeah, John, you know, if you look at it like from a involvement point of view, yeah, John definitely deserved to win this one because he was a terror at 2 events this year.
Yeah.
You know, he was sneaking into the Mike Force and the Arvin lines at Mobile Guerrilla Force. Like he was like a little snake slithering in. And when we called the ceasefire at Green Lightning, he stands up. He was like 10 feet away from the HQ.
From me.
Yeah. Yes.
Like right in front of my foxhole.
Yeah.
Like I was, and like I knew that something was there,
Yeah.
but like, you know, it's too dark to make anything
Dude,
out. But
yeah.
like that whole little section was
Yes.
like on edge, but we turned the lights on and like he stood up and I was like, he's right.
Dude, and he does it every year. Every event, every year. I mean,
Yeah.
remember at oh my god, no, you were at I think Dragon's Back. So that was 2 years ago. He was like there was like a dip and he just like slunk in it. Dude, he's so good.
Yeah,
he's
yeah.
such a good MVA, good adversary.
Well done.
Yeah.
Okay, the last one is or is this the last one?
No.
No.
Yeah, we got the big one.
Yeah. The 2026 BAE Staff Cherry of the Year. These new guys on BAE staff came around and added to the massive effort it takes to make our community so great. The nominees are John Loflad, Randy Diamond, and William Dent. There is a note here that it's Randy's last year of eligibility.
Yep.
After this, you are no longer a
2 years.
staff cherry.
You have a 2-year window.
Yeah. The BAEmmy goes to Randy Diamond.
Yeah.
Well done.
Well earned.
Yeah.
Randy, his first year staff, he had work issues, so he wasn't as involved, but I can tell he wanted to.
Yeah.
And I think he earned it this year. And I think the fact that other people voted, like recognized that.
Yeah.
He was heavily involved this year. He
Especially the situation report with talking about the history.
Yeah. He did that. He came down for some sign painting. He organized the baseball game.
Yeah.
And he bought the net and got that ready. He's going to work on it this year. So yeah, I'm glad to see like a guy like that involved. So
Yeah. Well done.
Yeah, that's a good one for you, Randy.
Another big night for Randy. That's 3 wins.
Yeah.
for Randy.
Oh yeah. Yep. All right. So the big award, guys, is the 2026 BAE of the Year, and this is only for staff members. So the 2026 BAE of the Year honors the great commitment everyone has put in to make Broken Arrow events a spectacular experience every year as well as this year. The nominees are Mike Ferrucci, Joe Sabia, and Alexander Stramp. And the winner is, drumroll, Alexander Stramp. And well earned, Alex. Congratulations to you. And you know, there's you set the bar for yourself now. Like this year, you have to keep it going. In fact, improve.
Yeah.
You know, you look at it like a guy like Strasburger, who I think he won it early on, and he's hit the ground running that first year, and he's his involvement has waned a little bit because he's just been, he's got life. But when he's at events, he steps it up. So, Alex, that's the expectation you set for yourself, man.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone's going to expect you to step it up. So, yeah, congratulations, Alex. And to
Also
the
a tight race.
Yes, it was.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was. All right, everyone. Thanks for tuning in and watching the BAEmmys. We really appreciate you guys watching this kind of content. Let us know in the comments or even message me privately to tell me what you think about doing it this way versus the radio show with the full production with the studio audience and all the music and stuff, whether you like it this way, short and sweet, to the point, or with a little bit of production value.
Maybe both.
Or maybe both. Yeah. I was contemplating doing some kind of like animation. Like South Park does like a mouth.
Mm-hmm.
So like I would just cut out everyone's head, put them on like a tuxedo, and do like kind of like their acceptance speeches animated.
That would be
like,
funny.
It's just a lot of work.
Yeah.
But so we'll see. We'll see where next year it takes us. So remember, guys, think about all the nominees as we go throughout the year, and I hope to see you guys in the bush real soon.
Think about who you want to be at next year's BAEmmys.
Yes. Now I'm looking at this. I'm like piercing into my screen.